Congratulations.
Thank you.
Brilliant movie, The Imposter. I mean, what did you think when you came across this story? Because it's one of those stories you wouldn't believe it was in a fictional movie, but you believe in a documentary.
Yeah, no, totally. I mean, a lot of people have asked, well, why didn't you do it as a scripted drama? And I guess part of the answer to that is that you wouldn't believe it. I mean, you know, it's too preposterous in some way. But at the same time, you know, I think it's really important to preserve the truth. You know, it's an incredibly compelling story, and I think if you go too far away from, you know, in fictionalizing it, you know, we all go to the movies and suspend disbelief, and in movie land anything can happen. And it was very important to make sure that people connected with the idea that this is true, and the people that are in the film are the real people. And I think you get a very different experience of, you know, what human beings are capable of convincing themselves of. So.
I mean, although it is true and it's a documentary, we've got kind of larger-than-life characters, even though they're real, haven't we? We think of Charlie, the PI, we think of, obviously, the imposter himself. I mean, what were those guys like to actually meet face-to-face?
Well, you know, the imposter is a really unusual character, and I would hope that your experience of him as an audience is kind of similar to my experience of him as a human being, in that in his version of the story he's the victim, and it's surprising how quickly you come to believe that logic when he tells you, because, you know, he's a masterful storyteller. And I guess there was something of that felt like a clue to me as to how to tell the story, that you as an audience should be on the receiving end of this master storyteller and on the end of his manipulation, and, you know, and all of that. And so you're kind of carried along and maybe question at certain points in the film whether you should believe a word you're hearing. You know.
What's next for you now, Bart? We're hoping great things, definitely.
That's really kind. I think there are lots of amazing conversations that I'm having, and I'm working on another movie with Film 4, which is, again, another story that if it wasn't true, you wouldn't believe it. But it will probably be a bit more of a hybrid, somewhere which is edging closer towards fiction somehow, but still a documentary.
When can we look forward to that, maybe?
Yeah, I'd love to know the answer to that. No time in the next 6 months, that's for sure.